We're here to talk about Alpaka Zip Pouch Pro. Pocket carry is the most important part of our EDC, and I was on the lookout for a long time for something that helps me organize my pocket carry. I found this. Let me tell you how it's been going so far. We're going to look at the material, the pockets, and try out different loadouts to see what this does in different situations with different people. First, we talk about the material. So I got this and it was my first X-Pack product ever. I was worried from videos and reading on Reddit that the material would be a bit crinkly and noisy, but it actually wasn't. I love this material. It looks great. It feels great. It's a bit thinner than regular nylons, and less scratchy than them as well, which is great. Not sure if there's a non-X-Pack variant of this, but if there is, stick to the X-Pack. It's great. I love it. So what does the pouch have? It has 5 pockets, 2 front tool pockets, 1 back tool pocket, 1 back zipper pocket, and 1 main zipper pocket. For the zipper pockets, the lining is this neon orange that I really like. The zipper pocket has a divider in the middle. It's a soft divider. There's nothing happening with the smaller zipper pocket. It's just one compartment. And there's also a loop for their hub system, I think it's called, or just any key ring would fit, or any carabiner would fit in that. And that's a nice touch that they've added. So in terms of the user experience, I'll talk about the pockets first. So bringing cards in and out of pockets is not the easiest thing in the world. I mean, the pockets are wide enough, they're just not long enough. And I think anything longer than this would sacrifice the compact nature of this pouch. And I love the size, by the way. So it's not that you need to fight to pull them. It's just that there's a way to do it where you're pulling away from the pouch and then out. And then when you're returning the card, you need to return it kind of like bottom first and then rotate it into its place. So that's fine. The getting stuff in and out of the second zipper pocket is easy enough right now. It's very easy. But when this thing is loaded out, that pocket becomes a bit tricky to handle. So I think it should be something that you don't necessarily go for every day, I think, or you keep it very light in there. Now I have a bunch of EDC gear that I own that I've used before with different setups and different wallets and such. So we're going to try out different loadouts here and see how this works out for different people. The first loadout we're going to call the slim loadout. So in this one, I have 5 cards in the big compartment. I'll add to that a multi-tool in the form of a Swiss card to keep things slim. I'll add to that in the small pocket an AirTag as a tracker. I'll add the Knipex Cobra. That's the 5-inch one, and I think it would be the same thickness as a pocket knife as well. I'll add the Rovivon Aurora A8 in the second pocket over here, and I'll add in the back the Zebra pen. I think it's the F301 compact. So this looks good. It feels slim enough. Nothing is bulging too much. So that's loadout number 1. So loadout number 2 is the beast. So we're talking about more substantial tools here. We're keeping the cards, the same cards. I removed the Swiss card light. So we're keeping the same cards. I'm adding to the cards the sanction tracker. So we have a tracker there, but it's slim. That gives us a bit more room for the tools. And we can add, one of the questions that I had before buying this, because I was considering it, is does it take a Leatherman or not. So this is the Leatherman Free P4, and I'm gonna try to put it in the front pocket. So it's kind of, all right. So it takes a bit of wiggling. Actually, I got it the other way around. Okay, so this one's easier. So it takes a bit of wiggling, but I can get it in. It takes up the whole pocket. It kind of pulls the thing around it in a way. This bunches up, but that's fine. Let's see what else we can put with the Leatherman P4, Free P4 here. We have the flashlight. So the flashlight is unaffected. The same pocket is unaffected. This would affect the back pocket. So because this pulls the material, it pulls the back pocket. So it makes that back pocket more difficult to deal with. So I'm not putting anything there. I'll just put the lens cleaner. And in the back, I will put, I'll try putting the Parker Jotter so you can see what a full-size pen would look like. So this is a very heavy loadout, but the pouch itself takes it just fine. Let's now try the cards thing. So I'm taking out the card. I'm putting the card back in. That's fine. I don't think there's a chance for me to have a card in the front pocket. I mean, I can, but then I have to do that. It's impossible. So with a loadout like this, I can't have cards in the front pocket, but I can in the main pocket. So actually, this is impressive. I like this loadout, and if I ever feel that the Roxxon that I carry isn't enough for me and I need the Leatherman, I'm happy to know that I can carry it in this. So the next loadout will be what I actually use in real life. So I have the tracker card as well, and I have the same 5 cards. In the front pocket, I keep the Aurora A8, and in the front big pocket, I have the Roxxon KS2 Elite. So this is actually thicker than the Leatherman and the Victorinox. This is 20 millimeters. They are 17, but it's smaller. At least it's smaller than the Leatherman. So what this does is means that the material needed to stretch a little bit more, but it actually did that. For the first couple of days, it was a bit difficult, but then it stretched to accommodate it in a really nice way. And I also keep the Fisher Space Pen, and I don't put it in the back because I want the back to be flat. Because this is not very wide as the Leatherman, I can put in the Fisher Space Pen in the same pocket with it. And that keeps the front almost the same height, which makes it a bit flat as well. I like that. So this is almost the same height, and this is flat. This is the most comfortable setup I have. And I love the KS2 Elite. The material, again, it bunches up a bit here. It kind of distorts the pouch, but that's not a bad. I don't mind it. It's not a bad look, and it doesn't feel odd. It doesn't make it. I don't know. It doesn't make it feel too bulky. I think this is kind of square enough for me to be very happy with. So that's my EDC. In conclusion, pros and cons. Pro, this looks great. The material is great. The size is very useful. This accommodates many loadouts, and I think it can have many uses for a lot of people. It doesn't have to be kind of EDC tool-minded people. A lot of people can use this. This is very useful, and it looks great. The cons, I can't think of. I mean, the zip pulls, I think I'll change these. I'm not a huge fan, and it can, if loaded out, it can get a bit tricky to take the cards in and out. But I wouldn't. It's something you get used to. It's just a certain gesture that you have to get used to. So there are very few cons with this. This is a home run. I think if the question is, should you get this? The answer is a resounding yes. Please, I'll add the link in the description below, and I'll actually reach out to Alpaka to ask for a discount code. And if they say yes, I'll add that to the description as well. So yeah, this is my third video on the channel. It's been a lot of fun so far. Every reaction makes me happy. So if you liked this, please press like. If you want to see more of these, please press subscribe, and go back and look at the couple of videos that I've had up there so far. Yeah, thank you.